In Airrack, another YouTuber, we signed a contract where we'd work out every day, and if we didn't, we'd get a tattoo of each other. And like, you're okay to have a day off if it's like actual part of your program, so occasionally have rest days. But for, you know, the most part, the last 310 days, me and him have worked out every single day, and we've held each other accountable, and it's been awesome.
1 year.
Wow, dude.
1 year.
1 year, you got a whole fucking beard now.
Dude, do I look physically different than I did at the beginning?
Take your shirt off.
Should I? All right, you tell me, because I feel like you're the most accurate set of eyes that I have, because you know bodybuilding, and you also saw me at the very beginning of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
How we looking?
100%.
Mr. Beast and Airrack are competing in a bodybuilding competition to see who can get the best physique in the amount of time that is presented with them. In today's video, I'm going to be going over their transformation, and if that sounds like something you might be interested in, let's just hop right into it. So if you've been living under a rock and you don't know who Mr. Beast or Airrack is, they are some of the biggest YouTubers out in the game right now, and they have had enough with living their sloppy lives. Granted, when I say sloppy lives, I don't necessarily mean their work ethic. Their work ethic is absolutely phenomenal, and they are creating an empire for themselves. When I mean sloppy life, I mean their diet and training hasn't been optimal, and they have been slacking.
So laser focused on the channel, and I just like realized one day, I was like, I have not been working out or like taking care of myself or anything. And then I called Eric and I was like, this is a problem. Like, let's do this. And he felt kind of the same way. Although I was really fat. He was just like, whatever, a little chubby.
So this is exactly what I'm talking about body positivity. He was not happy with his body, and he knew he needed to make a change, so he calls up his buddy Airrack and he says, hey man, let's make a difference, let's go change our bodies, and let's go change the world. And that's exactly what this is going to do. I think it's absolutely amazing that he called up Airrack, because they are accountability partners, and this contract is a really fun way for them to stick to their goals and make it a little interesting for everyone else. But that being said, let's go ahead and see who I think is going to win this competition. But Mr. Beast did bring up a very valuable point in saying that he was very overweight starting off, and Airrack was just a little bit chunky. But hey, maybe Mr. Beast can make a comeback, you never know. So before we even go into their whole transformation arc, we have to look at their beginning pictures. Looking at Jimmy right now, or Mr. Beast, this is what's known as, well, let's call a spade a spade. He's obese. That's what he is. I don't like to say it, but it is what it is. It also doesn't help that Mr. Beast has Crohn's disease, and that's like definitely a big problem when it comes to bodybuilding and packing on some muscle. But looking at his physique right now, he does have very good arms. He has a decent chest, you know, and his traps don't look terrible. Now, Jimmy also does have a very athletic background while playing baseball back in the day. And that's definitely going to help him in the genetics department when it comes to bodybuilding. But now let's go ahead and take a look at Airrack's starting physique and see what he's working with.
Take your shirt off.
Should I? All right, you tell me, because I feel like you're the most accurate set of eyes that I have, because you know bodybuilding, and you also saw me at the very beginning of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So looking at Airrack's beginning physique, he obviously has a whole lot of muscle starting off. It's very impressive. He also is very tall. I think him and Mr. Beast are roughly the same height, but Airrack definitely does have a lot of advantages coming into this transformation. He too is also very athletic, but he does not have the Crohn's disease, which, you know, as Greg Doucette says, he just chose the right parents and didn't have that disease. I don't know. But that definitely gives him a leg up in the competition. But as far as his physique goes, he has very good traps, very good chest separation. The shoulders are coming in decent, but his arms aren't as good as Mr. Beast's arms. But he's just a very lanky guy overall. But he's also not as fat. The problem with Mr. Beast is that he's going to have to lose a lot of body fat, while Airrack is going to have to put on some more body fat and put on muscle. So overall, Mr. Beast is at a huge disadvantage in this competition. But let's go ahead and see their after pictures. Granted, we have a long time before the competition actually commences, and these aren't exactly updated. You know, the other two have much more important things to do than update us on their competition, so I'm kind of working with the limited footage that I have right now. So looking at Mr. Beast's after photo, he made an absolutely remarkable change. You can tell he's taking this serious, and I expected nothing less considering His YouTube channel is a great showing of his work ethic and what he can do anything you put your mind to. It's a great example of that. You can tell that his traps have gotten a lot bigger. He's starting to get more rounded of the shoulders. He's really developed the long head of the triceps. And that separation that we can see from the after photo transitioned amazingly into the beginning photo. He is looking like an absolute specimen. He's not looking like your fitness influencers, but he's looking absolutely amazingly healthy. And as I said, he had to put in a lot more work than Airrack did. And that's just me saying that from an objective standpoint, considering he's battling with Crohn's disease. He has a lot more to lose than Airrack when it comes to, his channel. Eric has a channel, he has other ventures, but Mr. Beast is a global phenomenon at this point. So he has to dedicate even more of his time and energy into the project. But the one thing I can say is that investing in your health is so much more important than money, and I'm glad these guys are taking this seriously. Now, if we take a look at Airrack's, I'm sorry, Mr. Beast, it's not even comparable. Airrack looks absolutely dieseled. He's very pale right now, and it's not the best optimal lighting, but if we see him in something better lighting, he looks insane. Now, Airrack looks like he's been lifting for years, but he also has amazing genetic starting point. You can tell his legs are getting really defined, really big. He has good amount of abs and leaned out. So who do I think is going to win the competition? Well, if we ended it today, it would definitely be Airrack. He is just killing Mr. Beast in every possible way. But with that being said, the bodybuilding competition part isn't the key component of all this. The main part is they're inspiring people, they're making a change on their life, and that is absolutely admirable. And you can't be mad at any of that. These two have some of the biggest influence on the youth, and they're using that influence to do great things, and that's why I love these two guys so much. But I think that'll pretty much wrap it up for today. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.